Hi there, thanks for joining me today. If you're new here, welcome. I'm Catherine, and I am working on this pretty book. Now it's pretty. It was quite plain looking before. Still pretty in its own way, don't get me wrong. Dr. Drummond's, hold on a second, Dr. W.H. Drummond's Complete Poems. And I was pleased to know that my gut instincts were good about this photo that I felt needed to be on the cover of Dr. Drummond's book, and how oh look, I've already got my hands dirty. I was inking some little spots on the hinges that were getting thin. How I felt like she looked like she was lace curtain Irish. And sure enough, Dr. Drummond, I did find he's in Wikipedia. Originally from Ireland, moved to Canada in the mid-1800s, and did become a doctor, but loved writing poetry. And he and his wife May had a few children, and sadly lost a few as well, as was very common back then. That must have been hard to be a doctor and lose, especially lose a loved one, not be able to help them. So my heart already goes out to them. But anyhow, I'm loving how this looks. So, oh, you know what? I'm going to cut right to the chase. I've had a lot of lovely concerned commenters asking how Kirby is doing. She's doing much better, but she did have a very rough weekend. I put on my doggy nurse's hat and my CRN, canine registered nurse. I swear I deserve an honorary one by now, with all the sick doggies that somehow have made their way to us. When Dot had pancreatitis, and at one point one of our dogs, we've had so many through the years, but one of our dogs had kidney failure, a sweet dog named Emma. We rescued her, and we knew that she had health problems when we rescued her, but it looked like no one else was going to take this dog, and she was so sweet and so kind, and I thought, this dog deserves to have the most wonderful however many years she has left, and she did. Anyhow, so Kirby had quite a rough weekend. I had quite a lot of cleaning up to do from both ends. I'm not going to go into any more details than that, but thank goodness for boiled chicken, rice, and pumpkin. Thank goodness she loves it, first of all, and we just lots and lots of tiny little meals of boiled chicken, white rice, and pumpkin, and by Sunday, she was feeling her old self and wanting to play outside, but it's sweltering hot here in Ontario right now. It's the kind of hot heat with the humidity that just hits you like a wall when you open the door. So now I'm going to do something here. I had been doing it myself way back in the day when I was a baby junk journal maker, and then I since had learned, after watching Sophia, she's an actual skilled, trained book restorer. Sophia, at her channel is called Save Your Books. So Save Your Books here in YouTube. You'll learn a lot, even if you especially if you make junk journals out of old book covers. Anyhow, she confirmed that this is the right thing to do when you have soft, mushy corners, just sort of where your cardstock is splitting into all the layers of paper. just sort of open up those layers and put in some PVA or white glue, and then give it a squeeze. I wouldn't recommend using 3-in-1 or Fabri-Tac or any kind of glue that dries shiny. And then just give it a really good squeeze. And you will find that when that dries, you have a nice solid corner on your cover again. And as well, it would be suitable if you wanted to put metal corners on it. You can go ahead and do that, and nobody would know. Nobody would be the wiser that you did some doctoring underneath. Or else, if you're like me, in this case, does that feel, looks like it feels like it's starting to try. In this case, I think these rough little corners give it character, and I like it. And just adding this glue and giving it a pinch will do it fine. I'm just going to roll that glue off of me. That polka dot is from the ink. The fabric was thinning out here, and I noticed that you could see the white through the book, through the brown book cloth. I don't know how this is appearing from my camera, but it is a very dark brown. And the white that I lined it with was trying to sort of sneak through, especially in one spot where there was a tiny little hole. So I just used some of I grabbed my Noodler's ink. This is number 41 brown. You can use any, I think you could use a permanent brown marker. I think you could use just about anything that's dark brown, or I would dare say you probably could safely use black. You could use your distress ink or an ink pad if you wanted to. I happen to use this, so that's why it bled through to this side. But that will never ever be seen because the text block will be glued in. And now I forget where I was. Anyhow, so this, I've done this many, many times, and it holds very nicely. Just get it in there. If you don't have one of these little needle nose kind of glue bottles, you could put some glue on the edge of a knife. You could put some glue on the edge of a tiny silicone makeup brush, or like this knife would probably do, just so that you can sort of jam it in between those layers, because they're sort of like puff pastry. And just give it a squeeze. Glue. Oh, this one's really mushy. So I was gathering together some, I wanted some pretty papers, some pretty interesting papers. And for the folios to make the signatures. And so I gathered some up, so we'll fold those and get them into these signatures that we're putting together. And I put together some plain pages. You'll get to see those in a second. Oh, I'm sticking to it. Okay, let go. Not good. Roll off the glue. Anyhow, so our little Kirby's doing well. I think, from the research I've done, I truly think that we have a dog who has bilious vomiting syndrome. I really do think that that's what it is. And that's just what we're going to have to deal with for the rest of her life. And fortunately, with me at home during the day, I can give her many small meals a day, which is what she needs. And she seems to, because she's gone all night with an empty stomach, I think she wakes up every morning and her tummy doesn't feel very well, because she's been about 9 hours without a meal. And that's why with breakfast, that's her worst time. That sets the precedent for the day. If she's going to have a bad day, I usually know when she turns her nose up at breakfast, then I think, oh boy, it's going to be a bad Kirby food day. And my decision has been that if I have to in the morning, if she turns up her nose at breakfast, I will give her whatever it takes to get something into her stomach. Because once there's food in her tummy feels better, and she doesn't understand that. So if I can entice her nose with something tasty, even just a little bit, then I know that if I can wait about 2 hours, she will eat her regular meal. And if that's what I have to do, that's what I have to do. It's just unfortunate that if she's this persnickety with me and I know what to do with her, I'm concerned that we now have ourselves a little dog that we're just never ever going to be able to have a little getaway without her. We're never going to be able to go on a holiday. Not that we're going on any holidays anytime soon, but anyhow, I'm borrowing trouble, but I wanted to let you know, first of all, thank you to everyone who was sending their well wishes for our little little Kirby, and that's interesting. There's tiny holes that say PLE. Public Library. Something Public Library, that PLD. Public Library Dublin, I bet it is. This is Irish. Nancy saved it for me. So I thought Mrs. Drummond needs some Irish in her book. And just looking, of course, for threads. I want a little further in. There we go. So I thought this would be interesting to put somewhere in one of the folios, or one of the signatures, pardon me, for Mrs. Drummond. And so much for my, I have been painting and drawing and sketching. Oh my. What I've been trying to do is work on, in this case, Mrs. Drummond, in the morning. Stop for a lunch break, because Kirby and I both need lunch. And then in the afternoon, I've been working on art. Well, this is art, but you know what I mean. Oh, isn't that pretty? 1700. It's very pretty. Those end papers. I wonder how old this book is. Betty Hall, room 4. No year. I'm worried that this is glued and not sewn. Oh, it's got cute little I didn't know it had cute little pictures. Please don't be glued. Yes, you are sewn. Oh, this is great. So we get the best of both worlds. We've got the Irish and we've got French to go into it. So that's wonderful. Boy, I wish I knew what year this was. Maybe it's in the back. There we go. I need Alice here so she can read it for me. Printed in Great Britain at the press of the publishers. Well, that's nice, but what year did you print it? Great Britain. Vocabulary. Nope. Oh, those little pictures are adorable. That looks like Red Riding Hood. There's a wolf and a little girl. Who knows? I'm going to take one more look at the front. I think there's some pages missing that might have had the year. Thomas Nelson and Sons Limited. I'm going to have to look it up. Okay. All right. So what I've got here, as ever, the few videos that are on making signatures are not exciting. So 16 minutes in and I'm already giving you my warning, but it's not exciting putting pages together. There is Dr. Drummond, handsome looking fellow, and it looks like he has a group of 7 painting in the background. Beautiful old accounting paper from Alice. She spoils me. This is pages of China doll patterns, German China doll patterns, from a French grammar book from 1879. That's from the actual book. This is from that midwife's book that Nancy gave me. Obstetrics. Who knows? Perhaps back then, even though doctors existed, midwives still did the majority of the, running down the street in the middle of the night to catch baby in the neighborhood. Maybe Mrs. Drummond was a midwife. We can imagine, right? Just an old receipt. However many, this is from an old primer. Some people say primer. I always grew up that it was pronounced primer, but some say primer. Primer, whatever you choose. 1909. So that's in there. The other bottom half of the accounting paper from Alice, because I'm not wasting that beautiful stuff. Another receipt from, what year? 1931. So there we go. Yeah, let's imagine that Mrs. Drummond caught more than a few babies. Now we're going to, I have another book that I'm thinking on doing, so I think we will, this has got lace on it, so we'll put this little card in with Mrs. Drummond's, and this will go in the other book that I'm thinking of starting. I like this, but I want to see if it will fit and not stick out too much. It'll stick out a little bit. I think we'll be okay. I could always cut this carefully, and then it could also be, so it could be accessed from that side or that side. We'll make this work. We're going to make it work. I want to put one of these in as a little oddly shaped page. It's cute. It's just got a little bouquet of flowers. There we go. And I haven't used this in forever, this stationery. So let's just fold that in an unusual size. I think I'm going to be putting this is a page from a tiny little Bible. I think I've got 2 pages here. Yeah, I just want one. Okay, let go carefully. Let go carefully. Now I forget what I was going to say before I interrupted myself. Oh my goodness. Let go. Let go. I don't want to rip you. There we go. Okay. Alright, so I got one of these. I have a folio out of a wildflowers book. I want the other side. I want this side so that those flowers are showing as we turn the pages from right to left. So that's good. This one, I have a feeling all these little, whatever it's called, when there's that dainty cutout work, is going to be persnickety when I fold it. So we're going to put I wonder how wide this is. Sorry about the shadows today. Okay, so it's 8 and a bit. So if I do 4 and a bit, yeah, I had it in the right spot. Okay, I'm just going to give it a tiny bit of a fold. Oh, don't slide off. There we go. Hopefully that's enough. A valley becomes a mountain. That's how I always remember how to... Boy, we did pretty good. That's how I always remember what way to do my fold when I've put a score in it. That's very, very gentle, that lacy edge around it, but I love it because it's got hydrangea, and I love hydrangea. We had hydrangea in our wedding flowers. Big, huge white hydrangea, and we had peonies, and we had bells of Ireland, of course. It's beautiful. Alrighty, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's not bad. I have this book here, The Story of an English Village. I have another book by this artist, John Goodall. I believe it was An Edwardian Night at the Opera, I think it was called. Anyhow, if you ever spot his books, they're lovely because they tell a story spread by spread without any words. So it's just all, you have to watch what's going on in the book and see. I like this one. The other one I have doesn't have these half pages where you can see they're getting dinner ready, he's coming home, then they're having the dinner. Isn't that cool? the little village. Oh, the wealthy people in a little cart. See what I mean? It tells a story. Market is all set up. Tells a story without any words. Oh, a new little baby to show the old man. Isn't that sweet? The ladies are making a meal. So I just want to find a nice page. Oh, school. Oh, so this really takes you through several different eras. I guess I'd better find where the signature threads are. I hope they're signature threads. Uh-oh. I don't think there is. But that looks like a thread to me. Does that look like a thread to you? Oh, there's another baby. So maybe it's Story of an English Village. Oh, duh, Catherine. So it's through the era of one village. Look at more babies arriving. Isn't that sweet? The changes of the outfits. All right, let's go back a little in this direction. Oh yeah, look, I've already used it in something. I want it to be closer to the era of May and 20th century. Let's see, so that's 1900s. Don't know if I want to go that far. But I might have to. 19th century is more like it. All right, reds. There we go. I'm going to pause and get this out. All right, so let's see what page I want to use. Okay, I like this one. Although the baby's arriving. That one has the baby arriving. Yeah. Okay, changed my mind. All right, let's put that aside. And now I've got to find a way to make this big thing by Flip Floppies fit into the size of the... Yeah. All right. Anyhow, yeah, so for today, our little Kirby is doing great. I'll take it. And we're doing well. And hubby's happy. He's back to work. So now I'm going to do a blip, blip, blip. So we'll get this out again. And do I want to give it a little room. I want to get this side so that I can make a mountain a valley, or make a valley a mountain. So I hope you're doing well and safe wherever you are, physically safe and emotionally safe. You know what? I want to trim that off. I wonder if this, I don't particularly like this trimmer, but we're here and it's out. So let's see. It's got one of those little triangle shaped blades here. I find it does better if I start it in the middle and plop it down and go that way. There we go. We did all right. It does not like old paper. It will shred old paper into an accordion mess. But it's good for scoring. All right, I love that. I love it. All right, let's put these in and then we'll call it a day. Now, what's the middle? 1, 2, 3, I think 5 is the middle. Because then we have 4 signatures on either one. Oh, but I've already got the obstetrics. Maybe we'll put it in 6. This pretty one, we'll put it in the center of 6. Come on. There we go. Because that's just too cute. And then that would flip out like that. All right, I love that. I swear I can hear thunder. But it's sunny out there. Isn't that strange? Let's put this pretty one right here for now. Maybe I want to put this behind it. I think that would look nice. So I'm going to have to come up with another. Oh yeah, we've got to do that. Perhaps if I put lace in the book, this won't show so much. But I could trim it and then re-glue it shut. We'll see. I'll think about it. In here, let's put you for now. This is from Matthew 10. Let's put you for now. So I'm going to finish working on this after we say goodbye. And I will, as I said, go and have some, yeah, like that. I'll go and have some lunch with my little lady there. And then after lunch, I will work on some artwork. Slowly putting together a different Instagram to put that. Now this one already has that obstetrics. I'm going to need, maybe I could put this bird. Yeah. We'll put the birds in here. I'm going to, for those who want to follow along with me attempting to refigure out art, it's like picking up a language that you learned and then forgot. I did already put one in here. There you go. William Henry Drummond, there he is. There's those children. Cute. 1909, that page. Oh, I wonder if that needs trimming. Let's give it a little trim. So those who don't want to follow along with the artwork don't have to. I'm not ready to do any videos on it. There once was a time I was a very confident artist. Everyone has their own style. I am not a lifelike artist. So if you're thinking you're going to be seeing Da Vinci type artwork, it's not. It's very fun and childlike. Hence, for a while, I thought maybe illustrating children's books was something that I wanted to do. And I got the chance to do it a few times. And it was good. It was a good experience because it taught me that, no, I don't want to do that. But it was a learning experience. 8. let's just put this pretty lacy one in here. That's so pretty. I'd like to maybe put some colored paper behind that eventually. And then I need one more. What do I need? What do I have? Nope. I was going to put you in there. This was from Happy Mail, Happy Gift. Let's see how much I need to take off. Not much. I think we can do it. Maybe I want... Oh, I'm going way overboard. Boy, oh boy. Oh well, if you're still here, thank you. If you're still here, say hi down below. And I'll know for a fact that you were still here after all that exciting signature work. Oh, I got new glasses this weekend. They arrived. I'll show you in my next video. I'll try and remember because I don't have them on right now. They're so cute. They are hot pink. They're brighter than that wild rose. All right, let's see if we can get a rose on each side. Yes, we can. Let's do that. I love the freedom of having different sized and shaped folios. Not only the interest that it gives to each page turn, but the freedom to be able to use a beautiful illustration like that. That could go in the center. Number 9, that could be your center. Like that. Very nice. All right, we are done. When we get together next, I'll show you my pink glasses. They're half rims, so we're part wireframe and part hot pink. Like I'm talking like this. Yeah, I must have been out of my mind that afternoon that I picked them, but they're cute and I like them. So, alrighty, have a great rest of your day. Hope your lunch is delicious if you're watching this in the morning, and we'll get together soon. Take care. Bye.